In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys where to find the Mudcrab Merchant, but also the correct way to utilize the Mudcrab Merchant. So if you don't already know, there are two secret merchants in this game. One of them is the Scamp Trader, and one of them is the Mudcrab Merchant. Both of these traders will buy everything for its maximum price. I think there are some limitations as to like what items they might buy, but the items that they will buy for their maximum price. The Scamp Trader having 5,000 gold, the Mudcrab Merchant having a 10,000 gold supply. The Mudcrab Merchant is technically the better of the two merchants. However, due to its location, it's kind of hard to get to, number one, but also it's in the middle of the wilderness, which means that if you deplete the entire 10k supply, you will have to wait for 24 hours again in order for the supply to come back. But due to the fact that he is in the wilderness, this means that your sleep can get interrupted by enemies, and they can kind of make the whole process a bit annoying, to be completely honest. Now, luckily, there is a solution for that, and it starts here. We're at the Balmora Temple. There's a few places you can get these spells, but you can get them all here at the Balmora Temple. What we're going to be getting here is we're going to be getting a Recall, Alms of Intervention is what we're going to need, and then hopefully a Mark spell. Oh, I see. The other person's Lara O'Main. So this person has the Mark spell. So anyways, what you're going to need is Mark, Recall, and some sort of intervention spell. It can be Divine Intervention, it can be Alms of Intervention. It doesn't really matter which one you use, you just need something to be able to teleport away from the Mudcrab Merchant. But if you haven't already figured it out, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using Mark and Recall in order to teleport to the Mudcrab Merchant. And then we're going to use Alms of or Divine Intervention to teleport away from the Mudcrab Merchant, which will not only allow us to just visit the Mudcrab Merchant a lot easier once we find him the first time, it'll also allow us to be able to escape from the Mudcrab Merchant in order to do the 24 hours of waiting without having to interact with enemies, right? And I just realized how actually terrible the cast chance is on these. It's worth noting that you can actually get potions and scrolls for all of these teleports. They are quite rare in my opinion, so you might want to just do some training, honestly. I know there's a lot of prerequisites here, but it will be worth it in the end. And so that was like, what, maybe 1,000 gold worth of training. The cast chance is a little bit more than like 1/4 chance, so that's not too bad. You don't actually need that high of a level in order to make it worthwhile. You probably could stop where I just stopped and just deal with the fact that it fails decently often. And now you can see our cast chance is 54%, which is good enough for me, honestly. That's definitely good enough. It is worth noting too that if you are part of the Mages Guild, you can get your intervention scrolls from here. So you can get a Divine Intervention and an Alms of Intervention scroll from here. You're probably gonna want some Magicka potions though, just in case you do fail the spell a bunch of times and run low on Magicka. So anyways, now that we have all of that stuff out of the way, we can get to the point where we just find the Mudcrab Merchant now. So first things first, you're going to travel to Saran. You can get here from Vivec or Malagmar as well, but Saran is going to be the closest location. So anyways, once you're in Saran, you're going to go up these stairs and you're going to go towards this little like back exit here. I guess you would call this like the southern exit maybe. So anyways, you're going to pop out of this one here, and you're going to walk down this way a little bit here, and we're going to have to get rid of these guys because they're just in my way. I promise I was not the Mudcrab Merchant. And I want to say this is Mazank. So it should be just on the other side of this place here. It's not the funnest place to find, that's for sure, which has a lot to do with this process. You know, you gotta like, you know, hop across islands and swim across water. It really is just an inconvenient place to have to end up. So if you're not using Mark and Recall in order to get to the Mudcrab Merchant, in my opinion, it's really not worth using. We're just gonna no clip because this is honestly annoying. But anyways, you can see here we just left the shore here, and I really wish it was just like full daytime right now. This is kind of annoying, but you can see the island here with the Mudcrab just vaguely. It's, you know, to the left of this island here, so you want to kind of like walk along the shore until this Dwarven Ruin or Daedric Ruin, whatever that is, like until you've passed that basically. Then you can travel into the water, head straight for this little island here, and here's your Mudcrab Merchant. So anyway, here he is in all of his glory. He's stuck in the wall because I was no clipping. But as you can see here, he starts with 1,000 gold, or 10,000 gold, sorry. He does buy potions, so if you are doing potion exploits, You should have no problems selling potions to him. As you can see here, 9,688 gold for this fortified intelligence potion, which is worth 9,688 gold. So he'll buy things for 100% of the price. But see, once you're here and you're like, oh, well, now I gotta wait for 24 hours just to get the money back. But you do that, and look at that. Oh, wow, first try, my rest was interrupted. So you can see how that could be kind of fucking annoying, right? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull out our mark spell. There we go. So we successfully casted the mark spell. We should now be able to successfully recall there. And now we're just going to cast an Almsvy intervention, which should either bring us to Malagmar or Vivec. Not really sure which one it'll take us to. Malagmar, huh? Okay, okay. So anyways, you're going to use your Almsvy intervention to teleport away, at which point you can use your 24 hours of rest with no problems because you are no longer in the wilderness. And then you use your recall again. And boom, Bob's your uncle. Should have all of his money back. 1,000 gold. Perfect. Sell to him again. And that's pretty much going to be your whole process. Teleport away between every trade. But it is going to be a bit more convenient than, you know, having to fight enemies between resting. Now, of course, this will be a little bit more convenient if you have a higher mysticism level. But, yeah, it's not that hard to train. Especially once you're, like, using these, like, more or less exploit traders. You'll probably start to make quite a bit of money selling stuff to them. So it shouldn't be a problem to train your mysticism up. But essentially, this is going to be how you're going to want to use the Mudcrab Merchant. Because otherwise, he's just a little bit too convenient to be worth using. And I would usually just default to the Scamp Trader. Yeah, no, this method actually makes it really, really easy to use him because you can just teleport directly to him from anywhere. But also, it just allows you to be able to teleport back and forth so that you can do the 24 hours of rest or whatever. But anyways, that's the Mudcrab Merchant. That's how you find the Mudcrab Merchant. And arguably, how you should be using the Mudcrab Merchant if you do choose to use the Mudcrab Merchant. Again, personally, I have always chosen the Scamp Trader just because he is so much easier to get to, so much easier to use, that it's worth only having the 5,000 gold in my opinion. Like, fuck it, I'd rather trade to the guy with 5,000 gold just because he's way more convenient to use than have to use the Mudcrab Merchant, even though he has 10,000 gold, right? So this makes it way more convenient, way more easy to use, and definitely way more worth using. But anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys learned something new or useful or whatever. If you did, make sure to leave a like. It definitely helps me out. And if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to this channel if you want to check out any more of this content or any of my other gaming content for that matter. And of course, as always, for as little as 99 cents a month, you become a channel member, help support this channel monetarily, help me pay some bills around here, that sort of thing. Yeah, that being said, it's been Plock the Master Gamer with some Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, and I'll see you guys in the next video.